Hi friends, and welcome back to the Living Well with Bipolar Disorder channel. I'm Patty, and in today's video I want to talk about what I do to kind of get me through dark times, deep depressions. What I'm going through right now is a combination of depression and PTSD, and it's been bad. I'll admit this last month has been awful. One reason I haven't made a video in a couple weeks, but I thought I would do this video just to share kind of the things that work for me. But I want to emphasize that I am not an expert at any of this, and I also don't want to make these points sounding like I've got it all together and that I that I have this down, because I don't, and the last month has been evidence of that. But I do want to share things that do really work for me, and they're not perfect. It doesn't always work, and I don't always follow through with them, but I think that sharing them will help others, and maybe it's something you haven't tried before. I think people that are newly diagnosed could really benefit from videos like this, just getting an idea of what other people do and what other people experience. Hi, sweet boy. Oh yeah, ignore the treat. So I do want to emphasize that I'm not coming on here as someone who knows exactly what to do, but I will share some of the things I've been doing lately. I also want to say, I know some of you are going to watch this video and say, yeah, that's easier said than done, and I couldn't agree more, because people have suggested different things to me and I just look at them like, that seems impossible right now. And so I get that. I really do. And some of you might experience depression like I do, where it goes through phases. I can tell when it's starting and when it gets really bad with suicidal thoughts. We're still considering an inpatient situation right now. And but I notice as my depression gets better and things are kind of lifting, then those other ideas that people talk about, they do kind of come into play. So just keep that in mind, that maybe right now this all sounds ridiculous, but a couple weeks, a couple months down the road, they might be really helpful. So just keep that in mind. One thing I'm doing right now is I'm trying to be as honest as I possibly can. It's really tough to do. But it helps you and it helps the other people around you. It definitely helps whoever your mental health providers are. And be honest about your medications. Be open to trying new things. I'm trying to figure out this inpatient situation and trying to keep an open mind. Admittedly, not doing a very good job, but we'll see what happens. But everybody says this over and over again, but exercise is number one for me. And you don't have to do a lot. You don't have to, I'm a runner and I do cycling and stuff, but you don't have to be a runner. I mean, going out for a 10-minute walk, if that's all you can do, if all you feel you can do is a 5-minute walk, do that. If you have stairs in your house, if you can get up the energy to walk up the stairs a couple times, turn on some music and just kind of see what you can do. It's not a miracle cure. However, you know how it is in really dark depressions. You'll take 5 minutes of feeling better. If it only lasts 5 minutes, fine. You'll take it. And that's certainly where I'm at right now. Just trying to piece together a way to stay well. So exercise is one important one. I do have to say, one thing I'm basically failing at right now, but I think is really important and usually works for me, is eating healthy foods and eating enough food. because that will make a huge impact, I think, on your energy level of anything. It helps your energy level, because that's one thing we run out of when we have depression is energy. And sometimes just showering and getting dressed, and if you work, you know how it is to, I'm going to get emotional. Um, you know how it is to get through a work day and you manage okay, but then when you get home, everything falls apart and you can't think of anything else other than going to bed. Another thing that really helps, that I'm really, really working on, sometimes I do well and other times not so much, is you got to get rid of the alcohol. Again, that's one thing I'm going to say, and my viewers are going to say, well, that's easier said than done. And I totally get that. So I'm not here to preach to you at all. I just think, I know it's good for me. I know it's good for you to kind of drop the alcohol. And it's just going to help overall. And also, what it really helps for me is kind of those impulsive suicidal thoughts, because alcohol, as you know, lowers your inhibitions and you're more apt to make the wrong decision under the influence of alcohol. So really, really try to stay away from alcohol and other substances, of course. So that's one thing I've been working on. I won't say I'm working on it, I'll be honest. And then another thing, I journal quite a bit. I try to journal every day. I also document days that go well, and I document moments that go well. What was I doing? How was I feeling? Things like that. I like to document all of that. And that's really helpful for later. When you feel well, you read those and you realize what you might want to do the next time. And so I try to document as much as I can. Another thing I really like to do is try to stay away from depressing music. I know we get caught up in it, and in some weird way, sometimes we feel better, but I don't. I try to put on, I'm an 80s gal, so I'll turn on some 80s pop music, and even though it might not lift your mood, sometimes I don't even hear it. Basically, I'm so caught up in the depression that I don't even hear the music, but still it's a step forward. And I think that's what we need to consider, is how do we take these small steps forward to feel better. So that's one of mine. And also watching funny shows as a distraction. I like comedy. I like Jim Gaffigan a lot. He's one of my favorites. And so it's really just about finding these little things and at least trying them. The last thing I want to mention, and something I've been trying this time, is so you can really try. Here goes Oliver. Somebody walked by. I have to protect us from whoever that was. So one thing I'm trying this time is the things that really bring you joy, and in good times, what kinds of things you enjoy doing, things that make you happy, things that make you feel healthy. I think even in a dark time when you're, shall we say, facing your demons, I think it's really important to try and do those things as much as you can. And I get when it gets really dark, some of it doesn't work, and I really do understand. But you have to do the best you can. And going back to the first thing I talked about was being honest. Be honest with your family members, at least the ones you feel open, that you can trust, and ones that will be empathetic with you and understanding as much as they can. But being honest is going to be number one. It's just opens the door for people to be able to help you. So I think I have lots of ideas, but as I said, I'm not doing well right now, so I don't have that energy I was talking about. So luckily I did run today. It was really nice. It's a beautiful day here. So anyway, I'm going to end this here, but as always, if you have ideas to share, things that you do during dark times, please drop those in the comment section below. I will read every single one of them and maybe even share those ideas in a future video. Because even my experience isn't going to be the same as other people's. So feel free to drop those in the comments. Also, follow me on Instagram. It's mostly photos of Oliver, but he brightens my day, so he might brighten your day too, just looking at photos of him. And also subscribe to this channel if you want to see more videos like this. So I'm going to say goodbye again, and I'll check in with you guys later. Bye-bye.